thanks for joining me for another dance movie review. I am so glad you are here. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Tia Joy. Welcome. And to all of my subscribers, how you doing, fam? It is so good to see you here for another dance movie review. I just love y'all. Y'all are just straight up Bob. So we are coming down to the last Center Stage movie, Center Stage 3 on Pointe. Now before I get into this dance movie review, I need, for those who are new to my channel and you want to see more of what I do and continue with these dance movie reviews, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also that bell so you can be in the know when I upload a new video. Center Stage 3 on Pointe. Now, I'm going to be very, very upfront and real. I did not even know there was a third one. Real talk. It came straight to DVD. So when I was doing these dance reviews with Center Stage 1 and 2, I was like, okay, I got this in the bag. But when I saw there was a third one, I was like, hold up, I got to see this third one because I didn't want to leave this one out and somebody say, there's a Center Stage 3. I'm like, so the fact that there's a Center Stage 3 on Pointe, I was like, I gotta go get some juicy tea on this movie to see what it's all about. So this movie was directed by Director X, and this came out in 2016. And this is the continuation of America Ballet Academy, and we have our returners, who is Peter Gallagher, who is played by Jonathan. We have Cooper Nielsen, who is played by Etho Stifle. We also have Charlie come back, which was nice, by Sasha Radetsky. And we also have
Tommy, which is so great to see because he was in the last Center Stage Turn It Up, and he is played by Kenny Wormold, and he is actually on staff at the America Ballet Academy, and he helps Jonathan define modern dancers and shapes and molds them, and also the instructor at the camp, which is so awesome to see him to be a part of.
Lorenza, who is Sarah Jane Redmond. And Sarah, she's really strict. She's all about this classical ballet, like who's good enough, who's not good enough. She's very, very hardcore. Now, by these returners, they're here at the America Ballet Academy, and there's a turn that has to happen with this academy because the whole traditional Peter Gallagher, Dr. Jonathan, he's trying to keep this classic ballet school, but he has to spread his wings out more because all the other ballet schools are starting to accept more dance styles besides just ballet, and he wanted to be the only school that has traditional classic ballet, and he has to change what the world is changing, which means you just can't stick with just strict classical ballet. You got to change it up. So what he does is he broadens up the dance style with not just only ballet, but also with modern. So they decided to put together finding a group of dancers who can do modern dance, but also can learn ballet as well. So when Tommy, he's working with Dr. Jonathan, and he calls he calls Kate's like, hey Kate, how you doing? And she's like, hey, don't forget I have a sister. And Bella is played by Nicole, and she is a returner. So if you know Bella from Center Stage Turn It Up, that is Kate Parker's sister. Now Bella, when Tommy introduces her to the America Ballet Academy, she's like, oh my gosh, like I'm not good enough, because she is actually a modern dancer. She also does ballet too, but modern dance is something that she decided to incorporate in her dance style that she absolutely loved. So Tommy says, hey, come audition, because they're having this dance camp, boot camp for and they're looking for some modern dancers to help change the company, to help change the academy, and he wanted her to audition for it. And so Bella also decides to go in as Bella, but she wanted to change her last name because Kate Parker, she's huge. She blew up since the glass slipper, so everyone admires Kate Parker. She's like the new prima ballerina that every ballet dancer wants to be and meet, and she has this high reputation. So by them knowing that Kate has a sister, Bella, she tries to lay low because they didn't want anybody at the America Ballet Academy to compare her to her sister because she's such an amazing dancer. So she changes her name so that way her identity will be hidden, even though Tommy knows who she is. And also when she auditioned, Dr. Jonathan, he found out who she is too. But I liked how humble Dr. Jonathan was, because he realized that he should have put Kate in the academy, so he regretted it. So the fact that he gave her opportunity, he said, I'm doing this because I should have done this with your sister, and I don't want it to happen again. And your sister ended up turning out amazing. He ended up missing out on an opportunity, so he didn't want that to happen again. So he's like, I would definitely want you to be a part of this camp. So they went to camp, and so they learn modern, and they go through some weeks of training so they can audition to be a part of the academy. So we have some characters in this movie. We have Candy, played by Kay Legend. We have Ivan, played by Kyle Toy. We have Allegra, who is played by Maud Green, and she's this amazing, beautiful ballet dancer. She kind of reminds me of Maureen, but she's a little bit more, she's different as far as like, she tries to keep to herself, but there's a reason why. And I liked how with Bella, she ends up finding out the real reason of why she acts the way she acts. And it's just very nice, the fact that she got that. Damon, who Bella actually starts to like, played by Barton Cow. We have Sam, who's played by Keen Nelson. We have Gwen, who is played by Chloe Lukaziak. Now, if you notice, Chloe was in Dance Mom. So the fact that she got a role to play as Gwen and to be in this movie, I love her. She's just an amazing dancer. She's like this fire, free-spirited dancer who Bella definitely loves watching, because she's like, I know I'm a ballet, I could do ballet, but she just loves modern. And I like the fact that, I like the fact how her dance style is. She's just a very beautiful dancer. Now I'm about to get some of my favorite scenes that I love in this movie, so let's get started. So my first favorite dance scene that I actually like is when they're in class with Tommy. I like the fact how he's so different. He's more of let's freestyle. He pretty much takes away the pressure of what it is to go through as far as the camp, to be in the academy, and he gives them another opportunity, a different route, which is let's work on some freestyle. Let's see what you can do. Let's see if you can take an idea and what can you do with it. So I like the fact I just absolutely love his class, because it gives an opportunity for the stress of what they have to do. He just takes it away and gives them a new route, which is great. So I love this scene of them in their freestyle class. I like I like Gwen, and when she starts it off, they're around a tree stump, and I like the fact that she's dancing with the tree stump, being very creative, and it just opens up for everybody else to do the exact same thing, because to be honest, they are modern dancers. That's what they do. So I like the fact that they were able to do that in their dance piece. So that's one of my favorite scenes that I like. It's just all about the pressure coming off and just see what they really made of. But it's very funny because Damon, he's like, oh heck no, I don't do all of this freestyle stuff. I don't know what this all is all about. Like, y'all could do that, but nah, bruh, like, nah. My second favorite scene that I like in this movie is the scene where they audition. I really love this scene because Richard, he ends up leaving for an opportunity, so he leaves Allegra hanging. So when they're doing auditions, they had to have partners. So I love the fact that Bella was kind enough to give her spot to Allegra so she can have a partner to audition to be a part of the ballet, American Ballet Academy. So I thought it was just wonderful how they just did not want her to sit on the sidelines and just watch. So when they grabbed her, I loved how they went from a duo to a trio, and it really shows that's what modern is. It's about thinking on your feet, going against the grain. It's not ballet. It's modern. It's pretty much anything you want it to be. And I love the fact that they incorporated Bella in the routine, and how even though Damon was the only guy and he had two girls, I like the fact that he partnered with both of them at the same time. And different sections, they just broke it up, so he'll do one section with Allegra and then he'll do one section with Bella, and they just looked amazing, all three of them together. And I just liked how they just pretty much amped up the competition. They just amped it up, and it went from them being judged as two people, they end up being judged as three people. So I love the fact that they were able to do that in their routine, and they killed that audition. They really did. And it's just wonderful to see them three, who's been training, even though they had Richard too, they've been training together because they end up becoming friends, and they've been working on sections because they wanted to help each other out so they could get into this academy because they knew the severity of it. And I like the fact that they just worked it out, and they just did a beautiful job. And it's like, they did a great job. I loved it. I know modern. I do it all, so I know the feel of doing modern dance and what it is to, especially partner work. It's just fun, and so I like to see. It was like, okay, like, go ahead and challenge the judges, and I just love that scene. I like that. Now, my third favorite scene is the performance that they end up doing. I just love how beautiful everything turned out with this whole routine, and you see who all made it into the academy. And I just liked how each center stage was different. You have the beginning where it's like straight up ballet, and then you have Jody, who sets this tone of ballet but a story in a different funky way. And then you have center stage 2, where you have Kate, who pretty much breaks the rules of not going through all what it takes to be a ballet dancer, as far as being in the class all the time doing that hardcore training, but she pretty much set the tone of self-taught dancing. And I like how they switched from classical ballet to a more contemporary type ballet dance. And then now you have the third one, where they went from, okay, we like it, literally like each movie was basically trying to shy away from the classical ballet. I liked how that happened, not to be dumbed down and talked down on the classical ballet, but I just like how it just really shows that ballet is the foundation, but to see other styles come out of it, it is important. It gives that little extra seasoning to it. And for this third one, that's exactly what it did, because with, you know, Dr. Jonathan, he had to realize, okay, classical ballet was great at a certain time, but time is changing, and we can't keep doing the same old, because what we may think was the hit back in the day may not be the same hit, because they want something new, they want something different. And the fact that we see this last dance and they bring something different, and how beautiful they all dance together doing modern, but also doing that, still keeping that contemporary ballet feel into it. I absolutely love the fact how they did this in this last scene, so it was great. I also liked this last scene when Kate, she makes a special appearance just to see her sister. I think that is so special, because Kate, even though she didn't get into America Ballet Academy, she got to something way grander. But to see her sister in her footsteps, but not specifically in her footsteps, because she didn't become the ballet dancer, but the fact that she was able to get into something that she wasn't able to get in, but by her doing a different style, her style, and able to get into the academy, I thought that was very special, that she get to see pretty much the legend of the Parkers getting, just doing that thing, just getting noticed, to becoming amazing dancers. So the fact that Bella did be inspired by her sister to dance, but she just did it her own way, I just really liked how the Parker girls, watch out. And I absolutely love that. The lesson that I learned is to keep pushing and don't let people talk you down, because Miss Lorenza, she was very rude to Bella. Like, I understand she didn't think that none of the modern dancers were good enough. They just didn't have what it takes to become a ballet dancer. And I liked how when Bella had to stand up to her, like, you had your time and you hurt yourself. Get over it. Don't down and talk negative and rude to me and say what I don't have what it takes because you lost yours years ago. I love the scene when she just stands up to her, because she's like, I'm sick and tired of you making me feel like I'm not good enough. I'm sick and tired of you feeling like the words that you say will define who I am, define where I'm going to go. Because when there was a situation with Ivan, he was just this sarcastic guy who's just thinking that he's better than everyone, saying, oh, what if there is no competition? He was just very cocky cocky. And he was doing this turn and Miss Lorenzo's like, don't do it, you're not ready for it. And then as soon as he falls and hurt himself, now she's all like, when I say you're not ready, I say you're not ready, and this is why. And then it was rude when she was looking at Bella when she was saying that, like, I decide if you're good enough. And I just like how Bella just stood up to her and said, like, you don't decide if I'm good enough. I don't need your approval, because I am good enough, because if I wasn't, I would not be here. So it's just stand up for what you know who you are, and don't let anybody talk. Don't let anybody tell you different. So that's one thing that I definitely learned of the lesson that I in this movie, is to keep pushing even when the enemies and the haters are against you. Just keep going, because you're gonna prove them wrong and they're gonna eventually shut their mouths. And I like how Bella just shut her up. You go, Bella. I see you, girl. Yes. Okay. So that's all the lesson that I learned in this movie, and that's all that I have for this dance movie review. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button and also subscribe. And if you see some dancers in here that you recognize, go ahead and tag them in this too. And just say thank you, because they did an amazing job, and it's good to honor those who made it to the big screen, and these dancers did. Also, shout out to the choreographer Monica Proenca, and she did an amazing job with this whole dance piece. Awesome job. And also job to the assistant choreographer, who is Crystal Willis. Amazing job. Both choreographers, you did an amazing job. I will list all of the dancers in this movie in my Dancers Hall of Fame, including the choreographers, because wow, you did an amazing job in this movie. This was a good movie. It was a great way to end it off. So I love the fact that they had a third one. It was really, really good. It's to show the different elevation of the America Ballet Academy and how it constantly needs to change. It just really shows the evidence that this ballet academy, it's great, but it needs to change, because what we think is right may not be right in the future. So I like the fact that they got into that position of, you gotta be different. You gotta make some changes, bruh. Jonathan, you gotta make some changes. And I think Cooper gave him that introduction in the first one. He gave that introduction when he was doing his own choreography piece, when Cooper did his own choreography piece. But he gave that introduction like, okay, you got something great, but you do got to do something different. And I believe Cooper was really trying to push him to do that since the beginning. And on this one, I believe he finally got the hint. He finally got the hint. So yeah, this movie was a good movie. That's all that I have for this dance movie review. Thank you all so much for watching. I upload a new dance movie review every Tuesday and Thursday, and if you want to see more, I look forward to seeing you on those days. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to make good choices. Bye.